What's going on, everyone? It's Adam here from No Shelf Space and Adam's Nintendo World, both things today. And we are, oops, I gotta hit mute on that. And we're back, and we're playing more Mythwind. I decided to just continue playing as the farmer. So if you saw the video earlier today, I am playing as the farmer. I continue to play as the farmer. I'll try to stop, bumping the table, because that's no fun for anybody. But here we go. We're on the go. My wife might call me at some point this evening while we're playing. And if she does, well, she does. And I'll deal with that then. All right. So we have a brand new season. First thing we got to do is draw 3 goal cards. We're going to draw these 3 goal cards. And sorry, just checking to make sure I got the right ones. Okay. We're going to try for this one. Each character needs at least 2 hired sprites in their dice well. Okay. At the end of the season. So I have to have them and not use them. Interesting. And these are the sprites right here. We have 3 available. I have to have 2 in here to finish that goal. We're also thinking about trying to get this Careful Harvester thing over here, which I think would be cool. And that will, Careful Harvester, harvest a crop and tend another crop from the same field. Which is, I don't hate that. But I've also got a couple things I want to build right over here as well. So, we're going to take our weather deck and give it a shuffle. And we are off and running, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I see Menin and Brenda in the chat. Thank you to Menin and Brenda for their support of this project, along with Calamity, Total Blank, and... oops, I did not mean to shove this whole thing. I just meant to move that. Calamity, Total Blank, Talika, and those 2, Menin and Brenda. Thank you guys so much for supporting this series of videos. I appreciate it. I think we are all set up. We are ready to go. And, did I build something? Why didn't these go up? Did I forget to push these up? They were all down. I think I forgot to push these up. I think, because I fixed it last time, because I think we got something built. Something got built. The fishing grounds got built, I think. Or the quarry? Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, well, maybe I cheated right there, but who knows. All right, let's draw the first card of the weather deck. We are in fall right now, and in fall we're looking for cloudy days will allow us to harvest, but we're going to get a sunny day, and we're going to be changing our sprite. So we're going to pull out sprite number 1, and we're going to put in sprite number 2, which we can put a sprite there to hire a sprite for $1, which is not a bad idea. Okay. Let's see. We pulled Sun. Sun does nothing for us. And so, oh, I forgot to set up my market. Something got built, says Meaning. Yeah, I'm pretty sure something got built. I think we built the quarry. I think you're correct about that. We built something. Oh, no, I got that crappy little one there as a freebie. Oh, well, we'll deal with that. Where do we start? We've got a little bit of money here. I think I want to open up this last thing. And so right away, I'm going to go here. And here I can open up a thing for 5. And then I can spend a coin to increase all of these at the tower by 1. And that's 100% what I'm going to do. So I'm going to spend my coin. And I get to increase. Well, that one's already at 3, so that doesn't do anything. But I can make that one a 2. That one a 3. That one a 3. And this one a 2. Just like that. And we are going to spend 5 coins. Right there. And open up this last piece of land. I think this is the last piece of land for us to open up. And it's going to give us 5 coins back. There we go. All right. We've done that. And we are aligned with, I think, either or. I don't think there's a specific alignment there. So what do we want to do? Well, here's another beehive. And these beehives give us $5 at the end of the season. So I kind of like that. This here lets us when we plant, we can water something adjacent to this, I think is what that is. I can double check that one. Any crops that are planted in a field that's adjacent to the distributor are immediately tended. So if I plant next to this, so this would be really nice right here in the middle. And is it saying a field or just, let me check. Any crops that are planted in a field. So remember, a field is everything connected. So if this happened to be connected by some stuff and I built something down here, if it's connected to that, it gets tended right away. Hey, Goldeneye, what's going on, bud? What's going on? All right, so that's actually pretty sweet, but that one is going to cost me 15 coins and I'm going to need 2 cows. 2 cows adjacent to it, mind you. Okay, so we can pick anything, and I am going to take it's sunny, so I can get a free harvest if I water. So I'm going to take the water action, and I am going to water this right here. Although, I can't water this. Because, oh, yes I can. Okay, so remember, all your stuff has to be touching something from a previous field. So these are all touching. I don't know, because when I water this, I can't keep these two touching. I can touch here, and that's okay. Like, those are touching, but now this is isolated, and I'm not sure that I'm actually allowed to do that. And part of me thinks I'm not allowed to do that. So, I will water this one instead. And, then I get this action, because it is sunny. It's sunny out, so I'm going to take this harvest action, and I'm going to pay 2 coins. 1, 2, 2. Take that token off. All right. Now I can harvest that and fit it in there, and it'll all be touching. All right. That's all. That's it. So we're going to take this guy back. We would reset this, but there's nothing to reset, so we're just going to go on to the next day. And it's rainy, and we're going to do an event. So let's put that there. And it's rainy. We do the event first. So let's draw an event card and get to reading. Since the events at the Tower's vault, Lutsky hasn't been seen at all. It's therefore a surprise to come across him chatting with Fix. By the time you get close to Fix, Lutsky has scampered away into the forest. She looks after him with pity. He's sorry for what he did, but as I said before, it's his nature. I wouldn't be angry with him. Come on, let's walk together and enjoy the sunset. If culture is your highest resource, gain a free resource. It is. I'm going to gain this right there. Okay, cool. And it's rainy, which does nothing for us here. So now we're going to take our character action, and I'm actually going to come here. I'm going to spend 5 coins, and I'm going to hire a villager, and I'm going to hire a sprite. Okay, and now I'm going to use my sprite, and I think I can do this, and I'm going to put him there. I'm going to spend $1, so I'm going to get $4 back. I'm going to spend $1, and I'm going to hire another one of these. There we go. So we did this, and we hired one of each, so we can take any action we want. It is rainy. So if we took a plant action, we can harvest, or we can tend, because we have that. So let's take a plant action. I mean, we're building up a lot of beans, but I don't think I'd necessarily need beans. So I'm just going to get this one out of the way. I'm going to buy this, and I'm going to stick it down here somewhere. I'll stick it right there. And then it's raining, so I get a water action. So I will take this tile, and I still can't place it. Okay. Even if I water, I still can't place this tile, so it's touching and continuing the field. Which means I'll have to water this wee little thing that I did. Okay. That's a free water. Now I can take some actions. I can't use that because I use that to do that. Hey, BX, what's going on? So I can use these workers. Let's take, I do want this too, the careful harvest. Oh, that's super expensive. We need to open this up way more. So let's take this and we're going to reduce it to a 2 and we're going to harvest. And I'm going to harvest this one up here. So we're going to stick that back into our bag like that. And we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 coins. And then we have this worker. And it was a 2. I'm going to make it a 1 so that I can tend. And I will tend this one here. Just like that. Now I can do that. All right. So we're going to put this guy back, and this guy back. Take our guy back, and we're going to shuffle these down and draw a new tile. And draw the card for the next day. That's how quickly this can go, gang. It is raining again. There's nothing going on. Do we get anything for sun, rain, rain? We don't. Remember, if these 3 cards match any of these 3 symbols in a row, then we get something, or lose something actually as well. But no, it doesn't, so we're okay. So, I know I'm bumping the camera because the tripod's on the table. I should have put the tripod on the floor. We live and learn for next time. But it's raining. So again, if we took the plant action, we can water for free. And I'm probably going to take that dang plant action. I'm probably going to take that plant action. So, what do we want to do? I'm going to come up here and I'm going to do an adventure. We've got workers, so it doesn't really matter which thing I get. Remember, if you are quick on the draw, you can most definitely contribute today by saying what we should do for this adventure. Here we go. Deep in the woods, you find an enormous fallen tree with a large mushroom on it. Then the mushroom looks up and deep, unblinking eyes regard you from beneath its cap. It's Messler, the swamp sprite. And in case you're wondering, that's Messler right there. It's Messler, the swamp sprite. Just thinking, he says, like I sometimes do, about how nothing lasts forever. Everything fades, you know? It's sad and beautiful. Do we try and cheer Messler up, or do we sit and listen for a while? Do we try to cheer him up, or do we sit and listen for a while? What do you guys think? Crowdsourcing our answers on live streams, which I love to do. While you guys think through that, I'm going to think about how I want to play this turn. It's raining, so I'd love to take advantage, so I think we're going to plant. But we can only take advantage, actually, if we choose the right thing. Sit and listen, says Menin. Menin's first to the draw. And we are going to be aligned with the sprites. So that's a good call because we want the blue here. We want to do this action in the blue section. So we are aligned with the sprites, as you can see really quickly there. Thanks, friend, Messler says, after an afternoon in the gloom of the forest. Sometimes it helps to talk. Goodbye for now. He kisses the fallen tree and whispers to it. And goodbye to you. It is only as Messler walks away that you notice that this fallen tree is in the middle of some older, strong foundations. It wouldn't take much to build on top of them. It seems fitting given Messler's talk of passing and rebirth. Choose a building in the supply for which you meet the prerequisite. Put it in the construction queue for free. That is huge. That is huge. Hey, Danny. Okay. So I think all of these buildings here, we meet the prerequisite for. So I'm just going to check in general store. So I'm leaning towards these two because they're upgrades for some of the buildings we have already. The printing press is not bad. The chapel. Okay, the printing press and the chapel are the same. They just give you more options. The foundry, okay. I'm just seeing if anything's like really interesting. The bank, anytime you take construction action, you can upgrade. I love the idea of that. The monument, the saloon, give up those to hire 2 workers. That's nice too if you don't have money. Is that expensive? That one's pretty expensive. So is this tea house. If it's cloudy for 2 days in a row, you can trade a resource for a resource 1 for 1. Which is pretty good because the only other trade 1 for 1 is right here, and that costs 2. And that tea house is not cheap. Oh, and you would get... Oh, no, I won't because I'm not taking a build action. And this one lets you spend 10 coins to look. Also cool. Honestly, I'm liking the hotel. I'm going to build the hotel. I'm going to build the hotel. The prerequisite for the hotel is the inn, and we've got the inn built. And that is a slot 4, so we're going to slot it into slot 4. Ah! I did build these, but there might have been a gap now that I think about it, because this originally started in slot 3, and this one supposed to start in slot 2, but would have started one below. I don't remember. You know what? I don't remember. I'm going to move them up. Maybe I can check on the last video to see if I cheated. I might have cheated a little bit, but it's not actually going to matter too much. Hey, welcome in. Okay. So we're done with that. That's a sweet card. That's a free building. You don't often get free buildings, so we'll take them. Okay. And we are aligned with the sprites. I'm sorry, I keep bumping the table. Just ignore me. This is a rookie at work, folks. All right. So we're going to take the plant action because I want to take advantage of the rain. Because once again, if it rains, we can water for free with our skill. So we're going to plant. We're going to take this one here, which is free, potatoes. I'm just going to set it over here. Yeah, I'm going to set it over here like that. And then if it should be this way, but I get a free water, so I'll water it. And now we can do some worker actions. I honestly want to clear up more land. I do. So I'm going to take a worker. And I'm going to make it from a 2 to a 1. I'm going to harvest. I'm going to spend 3 coins. Like, we're cleaning up because we need to make room for this thing. And we want to put this thing kind of in the middle. So we're going to clean up. And we're going to get rid of this tile right here. And I have these other workers. Planting's going to cost at this point. But that's not so bad. So we're going to take a plant action. We're going to spend another coin to put this plant into play. We'll put him down there. And we have one more here. Might as well decrease this worker as well. Might as well use them. And we'll take a water action. And we'll water this. And we can flip it however we want. So there we go. And I think that's it. So these ones are going to go back here. 1, 2. This one's going to get re-rolled and put back at the tower. All right. Back to here. We're going to reset up this right here and continue on. If you guys are liking the video, please hit that like button. Maybe go share it somewhere. Share it on Facebook or Twitter. It's a different look for the channel. Like, I'm usually doing video games, and tonight it's a board game, and I hope you guys are enjoying this cozy game. Okay, it is on to day number 4. Day number 4 is sunny. Do we get anything for rain, rain, sun? We do not, but we will be increasing our build queue. So I'm going to go here. Has anybody opened the last video yet to see if I cheated? I don't think I did. So we're going to build the textile factory. And it takes the prerequisite is the cotton mill, as you can see right there. So we're going to put there. And then we also get a free resource of our choice. And I'm going to take one of these. There we go. And we built the textile factory. I just put it on top of the cotton mill. Is that allowed? Or actually, you know what? We might have been cheating this whole time. Because I'm starting to think does it replace? They increase the progress of a building under construction and complete the building on top of the queue. I don't know. I think you replace it because it replaces that building. It's not a prerequisite. It replaces that building, so I'm pretty sure you do put it there. Okay. So, and these all move up. I don't want that fishing hole. We're going to get rid of that fishing hole as soon as possible. It's not that interesting. Okay. That is that. And now we can take our town action. And what do I want to do? We need cash. We need cash. And I feel like I want a guaranteed thing. So, here's actually what I'm going to do. We're going to get some money this round. I'm going to come here. And here we can spend 2 coins to take another character action and increase something at the tower as well. So we'll spend 2 coins. Even though I just said I don't want to spend coins. I am going to increase this sprite die to 3. And I get to take 2 character actions. So I'm going to take my first character action. It is sunny, so I want to take advantage of the sun. Unfortunately, there's nothing to water. So, with my first character action, I will plant. And I will plant these beans for free. Then with my, and then that finishes that character action. Then my second character action, I'm going to water. So I water these beans. And I will flip them like this. And if it's sunny, which it is sunny. Oops, I knocked these all over the place. If it's sunny, and it is sunny, I can take a harvest action. And so I will harvest these potatoes. And I will give myself 4 coins. So potatoes, back in the bag. And there we go. So now we can do some worker actions. And I feel like I might as well. I'm trying to clear out land, as you can tell. So I'm going to take this 2. I'm going to make it a 0. I'm going to harvest again. And I'm going to harvest these beans up here for 4. So I'm going to take 4 more dollars. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to take 4 more dollars. This is going to go back in the bag. Like so. We're going to have a little chat at the end about the value of board games, I think, today. And I'm going to save that die. No, you know what? I'm going to take this die. I think I could have done this earlier. I'm going to put it there so it's a 0. I'm going to spend 1 coin, and I can hire a blue worker. Oops. You're supposed to do that during your town phase, but we can cheat a little bit. All right, let's roll this. Oh, that's a 3. That's nice. And let's take him back. Let's update this and get a new token from the bag. I think that might have been the one we just took out. And we'll flip another weather card and get it going. It is cloudy, and we're going to do an event. Do I get anything for rain, sun, clouds? Nothing for rain, sun, clouds, but we are going to do an event, so let's pull that first. The tension between the families... Oh, remember Lisbeth and Mirazek from the first video today? All right, we're back to them. The tension between the families of Lisbeth... This is 100% a play on Romeo and Juliet. Come on. The tension between the families of Lisbeth and Mirazek has only escalated since their parents found out about their budding romance. Fortunately, your tip allowed them to keep the conflict private. It had the potential to be the sort of drama that can embroil the whole town. It has not gone unnoticed by other residents that teenagers have continued to find time together despite their attempts at being discreet. In the meantime, each family has put on a good face, increasing their investment into the town in an attempt to change the discussion. Gain a free resource. We're going to take one of these. And shuffle in Adventure P3 into the Adventure deck. So I got to find P3, which is going to be, I think, in here. No, it's not in there. I think maybe in here. This is a little mess. I gotta clean this up because it's a little messy. P, that's W1098 for 1. Where's P3? Oh, it's right here. I gotta shuffle P3 into the adventure deck. What I really should do is put these there and put these here. So those are all adventure cards. And then put these like that. I'm just trying to put these back in order, fam jam. Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it. Jeez. This is a mess. This is a mess, these cards. Now that I think about it, I think... I'm just making sure now, gang, that I've been doing this right, but I'm pretty sure I missed something. Something about opening up envelope number 2. Bear with me. Put the blue die back. Oh, yeah, this one's got to go back. Thank you, Menin. That's a 2. There we go. Really quickly. Oh, after opening an envelope number 2, take event cards 1 through 9 and adventure cards 1 through 9 and shuffle them into the deck. We opened envelope 2 a little while ago. Did I do that? You know what? I totally didn't. See, this is a little bit difficult in my opinion. So we have to add all of those in. Not 10, eh? That's weird. That's W 1 through 9, and then we need to go into this deck to get W 1 through 9 for those. There is 10 though. But it does say just W 1 through 9. Okay. So, now we've got all this stuff that we got to shuffle back in. So, we're going to take these first. We should have done this a little while ago, so... There's a lot of... Yes, Brenda, there is a lot to keep track of. And for some people, that's going to be fine. But for other people, it's not. Like, some people, that's not their cup of tea. This adventure deck is getting too big to the point where it's not going to fit in my tray anymore. Nicely fit with the cards on top, which... You know, I'm not really sure what to do at that point, but I think once we put this on top, it's almost too tall. All right. I think that's all. I just need to double check this other book. But I think I did that correctly. We're cleaning up on the fly here. I think I did E1. Yeah, I did. Okay, perfect. All right, we're back. Did I flip a weather card? Yeah, I did, because we just did an event, right? Yeah, and we had to put in P3, and we did that, so we're taking our turn now. All right, it is cloudy, so if we harvest, we get a free plant. And I do want to harvest, because we're going to clean up more of this board in order to get this thing built. And I want workers. So we're going to go here, and we're going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coins to hire 2 workers. And we're going to take this one here, and we're going to take this one here. Okay. And we can be aligned with whatever we want. So it is cloudy, so I'm going to take the harvest action so we can plant. And I'm going to spend 4 more coins. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to take out this piece. We're opening up more farmland. Okay. And we get to plant because we harvested and it's cloudy. So we're going to take these and we're going to put them right down there like that. Now we can do our workers. I could plant some more. I think maybe I will. This was a 3, so we're gonna make that a 2. Oh no, we can't plant. We can't plant. We're gonna harvest. We're gonna take this. We're gonna take the livestock option, and I'm gonna take this livestock here and put it here. I want to build this thing, which requires 2 livestock. I want to build it right there in the middle. Is what I want to do. Okay. So we moved a livestock there. And I'm going to decrease this sprite from 3 to 2. I should have done this again earlier. I'm going to spend a coin to hire myself another sprite. And that'll be that. Okay. So we're going to put this guy back. We're going to take him back. We're going to reset our board. This is the easiest character to play, by the way. Evil Xeon says, this game fully playable for single players. It is, Evil, yes. I've been playing mostly by myself. My father-in-law's joined for 3 games. My wife played 1 game, and that's it. Otherwise, I've played this game solo. There are 5 characters you can play as, and you can play multiple characters at once if you really wanted to. I don't want to. I like to just focus on one. And so, yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. All right. But if you have other questions about the game, please ask. And there is a reprint campaign. There's a reprint campaign coming up for this game. And if you want to check that out, there's a link in the description box down below. And that's going to happen in March, I think. All right. It is sunny. Sun Cloud Sun does nothing, but it's sunny and it's an event card. So let's pull that event and see what we get. The wind roars through the valley today, knocking over furniture and rattling window panes. Everyone has trouble with it, but the sprites have it particularly difficult as the wind literally threatens to blow them away. And its constant moan and wail is terribly distracting to those working indoors. Innkeepers, merchants, crafters. That is not us. So rangers, farmers. Sprite dice cost 2 pips to use this turn instead of 1. Sprites with 1 pip cannot be used. Okay, so we probably don't want to have to use these because if we use them, we have to discard them. So we'll probably actually hold on to them. We will not take sprite actions today. We will not play sprite actions. Ask any questions you want. I would love to talk about this game. I'm so very passionate about it. Ask away. Check out the campaign. Or at least get notified for when it's live if this interests you. We'll talk about the game in general later. I'll try to set up the webcam or I won't set up the webcam. I'll just talk while I'm putting the game away. But we'll talk. So if you got questions, fire them into the chat. I'm doing my best to read. It's cheesy to say this, but like if it's a super chat, I will see it. But I will try to stay tuned. The chat's not going too fast, so it shouldn't be too hard, to not answer your questions. Or to answer your questions. And we might play 2 days. I don't know. It depends what you guys want to do. All right, we did the event. It's sunny, which means we can harvest if we water. I'm feeling adventurous, so I'm going to go up here, and we're going to take the top adventure card from the deck. And like I said before, get ready in the chat so you can answer and decide what we're going to do. The Macon family's pet weasel disappeared in the night. Ma and Pa Macon are out this morning trying to track it down. Wendell does love bread, Ma said, looking at the ruins of a bread loaf on the east edge of their yard. But these are fresh tracks leading west, Pa says. Those don't look like weasel tracks to me, Ma says. A neighbor to the south calls out, I heard something on my property last night. Maybe he came this way. Which way will you look for Wendell the Weasel? South, east, or west? South, east, or west? What do you guys think? And while you do that, I'm going to see what the options are. Okay, no matter what we pick, I'm aligned with these guys. So I can think about what I'm going to do. And we'll go from there. Okay. Wendell the Weasel is west. Brenda says, I find this game really interesting, complex, but very similar to a farm sim. Yeah. Evil says, admittedly, I don't board game as much as I used to. I would love to start again, though. Yeah, I'm sorry the quality isn't as great. I would love to have a better camera. It's just, it's not feasible right now. All right, West is C. Looks like Ma was right. These aren't weasel tracks. You return to town to find Wendell has been recovered safely by someone else. Whew. You did discover a new area, though. You may discover a land at no cost. Unfortunately, at this point in the game, we have discovered all the land. There's no more tiles to remove. And I'm hoping the expansion adds more boards. Honestly, I would love more boards to build more. And I'm hoping it does. And if you want to continue, this is my pitch right now. If you want to continue with your support for Mythwind or join up and support the next Mythwind project, be on the lookout around March. That's when the campaign goes live, and I will, if there's a new expansion to pick up, I will definitely see about picking up an expansion if you want to join in for that. Okay, so we did that. We are aligned with villagers, which means we can do any of these 3 actions down here. And I'm going to take a livestock action, is what I'm going to do. And when I take a livestock action, I can breed. And if I have 2 livestock that are... Oh, they can't. Those livestock can't breed. Shoot. I was going to take a livestock action, but you can't breed livestock that are being used on something. And I'm going to spin this over just so you can see. These 2 cows are making the beehive work. I don't know how that works, but they are. So I can't use them to breed. So these 2 cows adjacent cannot breed. So that's disappointing. So we can't do that. So let's not do that. We have no money. So we're going to take the harvest action. Oh, it's sunny. Shoot, I can't. I'm not aligned with sprites. So I can't take advantage of the sun. All right, we'll harvest. And I'll just take this one off the board. And we'll throw that back in the bag. And that was 4 coins. We have no coins. So 4 coins is good. And it's cloudy. I can plant. It's not cloudy. So now, oh no, this is the turn where sprites cost 2 more. That was the event card. So we don't want to use our sprites. We can use our villagers though. So I'm going to take this guy, knock him down to 2. And I'm going to harvest again. Like I said, we need money. So let's get ourselves some money. So there's that one gone. That's another $4. And then honestly, I'm going to use this guy. I'm going to knock him down to 1. And now I'm going to take this action. I'm going to spend 3 coins and buy myself another cow. And the reason why I'm buying myself another cow, here they are, is because I need cows. I'm going to put them here actually. I need cows to make this machine work. It requires 2 cows and 15 coins because I get half off my equipment. And I'm going to put it right there when I build it. So I've got some cows adjacent to it. I like it. Okay. Now we just need to save up some coins. All right. I think that's all we're going to do. We're going to put these 2 guys back. Again, we're not spending our sprites because it would cost us both. So we'll take him back. Our thing is set, so we can just draw a new weather card and keep going. Brenda said, just another thing showing you didn't adventure enough earlier. Yeah, we should have adventured more. Like, look at the size of this adventure deck. Like, look at all those cards. And there's a ton more cards in the box. So I got to start doing these adventure cards. I don't think we adventure enough, but like I find like sometimes I don't need to. All right. It is going to be cloudy. And it is it's going to be another event. But as shown on the tile here, cloud, sun, cloud gives us a food. And we do have cloud, sun, cloud. So that's not too shabby, but let's draw ourselves another event card. I think this will be the last event of the season. A heavy fog rolls out of the mountains this morning, pressing into the village and quickly drowning the streets into unyielding gray. It's nearly impossible to get any work done in these conditions, but everyone does their best. Decrease all of your buildings by 1. So now we were about to build the port, but not anymore. It is now gone. Gone for good. Okay. We're going to do that. I'm just going to see. if my wife has messaged me, and she has not. Okay. There we go. Time to do an action. I'm loving the adventures, especially since we're crowdsourcing responses. So we're gonna go back to the adventure well, and because I can use either sprites or villagers to do this and gain the benefit of clouds, it doesn't really matter to me what we do. Here we go. You've never been here before. Oh, sorry. I don't really want this one. We keep getting this one, and it's just not fun. I want to get through some of these. This is kind of cheating. It's an adventure card that you keep shuffling into the deck, and it keeps coming up. Like, my shuffling's so terrible that it keeps coming up. Goldeneye said, if you have 2 players playing, can you do stuff separately, or do you have to work together? You have to do each phase of the game at the same time. But no, the crafter is different than the farmer. So the crafter's got their whole own board and figure, and I like to call them a puzzle. So this is a polyomino puzzle. The crafter is kind of inventory management puzzle. The merchant is like a market track puzzle. So you're tracking the increase and decrease of market value on goods. The ranger is like a adventuring kind of deal where you're going on expeditions or on adventures out in the wilds, and you're getting cards. So Goldeneye says, my kids are playing Assassin's Creed Stratego. Stratego's great. All right, here we go. Ooh, there's lots of options here, guys. Start listening and listen carefully. A cold fog rises as you make your way home. A stumble down an unseen bank leaves you brushing yourself off in front of a small shrine made of antlers and an unfamiliar stone. A keen-eyed creator sprite named Ponk says, the memory of the valley welcomes you. Will you offer wealth, memory, or time? We can pay $5. We can lose a skill. I can forfeit my action this turn. I can do all of the above, or I can do nothing. All of the above sounds really attractive, and I only say that because like what you get has to be amazing. Right? I'm leaning towards, like, I feel like if you're getting rid of all that stuff, it's got to be something good. But again, you guys can decide. I'm not here to try to. You had me at fog, says Evil. I don't mind losing those things. I'm just seeing which one of these, how hard it would be to get these back. Not overly difficult, so I could probably get it back quite soon. Oh, okay. So we have to pay 5 coins. We have to lose a skill, and I'm going to lose this one that lets me harvest when it's sunny. And the reason why I'm losing this is there's only 1 sunny card left, and 2, I only need potatoes, and that can come back. So that's fine. And I have to forfeit my character turn. So, and what happens? The sprite is overjoyed. You honor us, they say. The mist descends, and when you open your eyes, you're back in bed. Shuffle in event 149. So that is going to come up later. That's what that means. That's going to come up later in the game. But I have to go find event number 145. My fingers are too fat. Event 149. I bet you event 149 is like the last event in the deck. Almost. Event 149 is going to be shuffled back in. Those are going to go back in the box. So unfortunately, we're not going to see where that goes. But something's going to happen later down the road. So, hey, Kirie, what's going on? Well, I'm not going to lose the half-price equipment one. The half-price equipment skill, because it is a level 2, and it costs 2 strawberries, 3 potatoes, and 1 beans. Whereas to get this harvester one back is only going to cost me 1 bean and 2 strawberries. And I have 2 strawberries already. So I just need to get a bean out there, which I won't be able to do actually for a couple turns. But anyway, I lost my turn, so I don't get to take character action. So this just comes back. I get to take worker actions, though. And we are going to take worker actions. So I will take this worker action for planting. And I'm going to plant these strawberries. And I'm going to take a... I'm going to take a water action to water these. And I'm going to take a harvest action to sell this one right here to get me 4 coins, because money is everything in this game. So let's get me 4 coins. And that's going to be it. So we're going to re-roll this one and put it back at the tower as a 3. These ones will go back to here. And we'll do another day. There we go. Oh, it's cloudy. I forgot. It's cloudy, so I get a free harvest. You know what? I wouldn't have harvested anything anyway, so it doesn't matter. There was nothing to harvest. Everything was untended. So, and these are 3s. No, I wouldn't have even harvested, so it doesn't matter. All right. Looking forward to tomorrow. Yeah. I have to figure out what time I'm home. I think around 1:30. Is that what I told you, Kirie? Around 1:30? I think around 1:30. All right. It is raining, and we get to increase our Q. Sun, cloud, rain does nothing. There we go. Sun, cloud, rain does nothing. But we are going to increase our buildings by 1. So that's kind of great. Get them back to where they used to be. And we can take our character action. Oh, I got to reset this. Okay, I would love to go on an adventure. But I need to get these beans in play to get this. Oh, I need potatoes. Shoot. Oh, I can spend $1 to get potatoes there. Okay. Yeah, let's go here. And we're just going to take $1. So we're going to take $1. And, no, you know what? We're going on an adventure. Let's just hope this adventure is not as bad as the last one. We've got choices again, gang, so get ready for some choices. The woods are foggy this morning and you get lost in them. After spotting a lantern bobbing in the distance, you adjust your course to try to meet up with this fellow traveler. But they don't respond to your calls, and soon you suspect you may not be following another traveler at all, just a ghostly light moving on its own in the mist. Do you continue following the light into the fog, or do you stop following and try to find your own way home? Follow the light in the fog, or stop following and try to find your own way home? What do you guys think? I'm going to set that aside while I think here. What are the options? Both are going to give us a alignment with sprites, so I'm going to think about what I'm going to do. Well, I want to plant, so we're going to be taking that plant action, and it's raining, so we can take a water action. So that's good. So while I wait for you guys, I am going to take the plant action. I'm going to see if any of these are going to matter. Oh, yeah, they might matter. Never mind, I can't do that. We'll have to wait and see what you say. Follow the light, says Brenda. There it is. That's the first one. And in the magical valley filled with helpful sprites, the light may not be so sinister after all. It turns out that you're right. The light leads you back to the village and vanishes in the morning sun. Increase all sprites at the tower by 1. There we go. Okay. And we're aligned with the sprites. We only have 2 days left. Remember, we do have to have 2 of these for our goal, our end of season goal. Okay. So, I do want to take the plant action. I'm going to spend $1 to plant these potatoes. Oh, that's a 5. Well, whatever. We're going to plant those potatoes. I'll just plant them up there somewhere. And it's raining, so we can water those potatoes. So I'm going to flip them. And worker actions. You know what? We'll get these dice back. I'll buy them. Okay, so I'm going to do this. And I'm going to plant, and I'm going to spend nothing. I'm going to plant this one right here. And I'll plant it just right there is fine. It's going away. Oops. It's going away, so it doesn't really matter. And then I will use this one to water it. I just need some money. And then I'll use this one to harvest it for $5. Back into the bag it goes. And we'll take $5, which we're going to need. Okay. These two are empty, so we're going to take them. Give them a roll. That's a bunch of 2s. This one will go back to here. And we are going to come back to our board. We're going to shuffle everything down. All right. I don't think I can risk... I don't think I can risk doing random adventures anymore. They're fun, but I don't think I can risk it because I only have one day after this one. So here we go. It is sunny and nothing happens. So clouds, rain, sun does nothing. And we got rid of our harvesting skill. However, I can get that skill back. So we are going to go to here. That allows us to get a skill. And so we will discard 2 of these strawberries. And we will discard 1 potato to get our harvester skill back. There we go. And we're aligned with sprites. So I need $5 because I'm going to buy 2 sprites on the last turn. So I can't spend this. And we're not going to get around to doing anything I wanted to do. We did nothing except for cleared the board a little bit, which is not actually a terrible idea here to get rid of some more terrain. I'm going to do that, actually. We're going to take this die. We're going to put him here to harvest. And we're going to spend $3, which is all I got left, to take this tile out and remove it from the game right now. We're going to have to put tiles back, don't forget. But we'll sort that out as we go. And so this thing is dead, so we're going to roll it. We're going to roll it and put it back at the tower. There's a lot of dice at the tower. And that's it. We'll take our character back. This is fine. So we're going to draw that last card. It is cloudy. Rain, sun, cloud does nothing. It is cloudy, and we increase our building queue, which means we put the port into play. So we're going to put the port over here, and we're going to put the hotel up 1. And the port is now into play. What does the port do? I'm looking at it, and I think it should make sense. But let's see what the port does. The port. The port. Somewhere there's a whole thing of buildings. The port. At the end of the season, if the season goal was successful, gain 1 income, which is this. Gain 1 income. And each character gains 3 coins. Okay. Okay. Fantastic. We cannot risk not getting the action we want to get this turn. Oh no, that doesn't matter. We're going to go here. We're going to spend our 5 dice to get 2 sprites. And now we can take blue actions because those are the things we took. It's cloudy. Harvest. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. So that's not great. Okay. So we'll decrease this guy by 1. And we will water this here. Just like that. Oh, no. Wait. Sorry. We'll leave that there. That's my action. I'm going to water and flip this. Then I'm going to take this guy and turn him to a 1. And we're going to harvest this for a 4 spot. Give me just a little bit of money to start the next round. I feel like I didn't do anything, although we cleaned up the board quite a bit, right? We got a lot cleaned up this season. And then I'm going to use this guy, and we're going to decrease him by 1 to plant, I think. And we're just going to plant this freebie right down here, like that. Okay. Okay. These go back. That was the last thing of the season. So now we are going to do all of our end of season cleanup. And then if you guys have questions, please drop them in the chat right now. We'll answer those in a second before we kind of wrap up. Our goal card was to have, each character needs to have 2 hired sprites in their dice well. We have 2 hired sprites and we're the only character playing. So we get this. I gain 2 of these. Wow. We gain 2 of those, and I'm going to shuffle in goal card number 25, which is okay with me. So we're going to find goal card number 25, and we're going to shuffle that one into the deck. So there we go. Let's shuffle in goal card 25, just like that. Boom. Okay. Let's do our end of season item. So right here, we get a free this at the end of the season. Here, if we completed our goal, we get a free this. And each character gets 3 coins. Very nice. I love that one. Here, we get a free culture. Here, we get a free one of these. I think that is everything. Yeah, okay. That's all. We don't have a free food yet anywhere, which would be really helpful. Okay, we have to do overgrowth. And the way overgrowth works is we roll a die at the tower, and we can pick any die, and we replace the value with a new value. So, kind of a win-lose here. And there's no 1. So yeah, there's a 1 sprite. So we'll roll this. Ideally, it's a 1 sprite again. It is. Oops, it is a 1. You guys saw that. So we have to put 1 of these back into here, and I'm going to put this 2 right up there in the top corner. And these other ones are now going to go into here, away. And that's that. We're going to clean up. Yes, so, and we're going to start cleaning up. There's where our money's going to go in there. With those tokens, we'll put these in here. Brenda asked a really good question. So let me get to Brenda's question. Brenda said, no, so there you go. Brenda answered her own question. So the question was, I've missed something. How can you tell which plants have to touch? Because sometimes you have some freestanding. If they're the same type, they have to touch. So I had all those strawberries down here. But if it's a different crop, it does not have to touch. It can go anywhere. So yeah, that's how that worked. Yeah, good question though. So strawberries don't have to touch beans. No, they don't. Nope. Solid question though. Love it. That's a great question. I think if you place these like somewhat in like a good way in here, you can actually. Oops, I bumped the table again. I think you can get them actually to fit kind of nice, potentially, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you can actually get them to fit. I don't love this tray. Like, this is where this is supposed to go, but I just don't. I don't love the tray. And, you know, I'm not blind to issues. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, sure, I love this game. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's really fun. But I'm not going to be like, I'm not blindly like, oh, it's the best thing ever. There's nothing wrong with it. There are things I don't love, right? There are things I don't love. And one of the things I don't love is how this stuff all kind of goes back in the box. I think it could be better. I think it should be better. But you work through it kind of as well. Maybe I am gonna. Maybe if I did do this every time, it'd be fine. Maybe it's a me problem. Hold up. I'm coming to the realization that it could be a me problem because look at that. When you don't try to put everything back like an idiot. And that's almost all the tiles, don't forget, because there's not very much on here. All right, and these go away as well. But Menin does say if it requires you to play Tetris to get it back in, it should be designed better. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. Mind you, that took like 10 seconds to do that, and now it's fitting absolutely perfectly. So that's going to go on there. These are my characters, but otherwise, I think I am cleaned up. So we'll take this. Do you have any other questions, gang? Like, I'm here to answer. I'd love to answer them. Any questions at all? I'm here. I'm here to answer those questions. All right, so there we go. And then that tray goes on, and then everything kind of sticks, as you can see. It's not going anywhere, which I like. All right. Put that right there. And this is the cover for this board. All right, so we're going to bring this back into view. Oh, shoot. I forgot that I have that, I have the beehive. So I get 5 extra coins at the end of the round to work with the next round. Brenda says, I'm just enjoying listening, says Kirie. Hey, glad to have you. Brenda says, I do like packing away for the most part. Very clever. No, I agree. For the most part, it's fine. It's little issues, and part of it could be, you could argue that part of it is, oh no, shoot, I don't remember what those were. I get 2 and a 1. I think part of the problem is, this one's a 1, I just moved it. I think part of the problem is that all the character trays have to be the same size for the box, for how they fit in the box, so it's not like crazy unheard of. All right, those will go away. I'm going to put these away like that. And I think that's everything. So we can put the tray away. We didn't get the hotel built, but we did get the port put in, which is really awesome. So we're going to put that away. We're going to put this away. I hope that the expansion comes with more land to build more stuff, but also more difficult. Like, I would love for them to release, like, new skills, like better, more expensive skills, like better buildings that cost a lot, you know? Those are the kind of improvements I think I would love to see. Yeah, those are the kind of improvements I'd love to see. Again, there's a link in the description. I think in the description. Maybe it's not in the description now, but it will be if you're watching this after the fact, to the Mythwind campaign, so that you can play the campaign. That's what the inside of the box looks like, in case you're wondering, which is pretty nifty. I like that as well. There we go. Clean that up. I think that's everything that has to go in there. I do have room here. Like, I've always wondered, can I fit the bags in here somehow? I don't love the bags. Okay, yep. And I have other bags. Well, they fit in as well. The bags aren't actually bad. Like, I've seen worse bags in my life. Okay. I mean, there's only 2 bags in the base, so those fit. And then we'll put this on like that. And then we'll put these trays in. 1, 2, 3. It's a little wobbly, you can see. I think if you were to change the way they go, it might balance itself out a little bit. And then this one goes on top. And that's... that is... You're going to see it sideways, but that's Mythwind. All packed away and all cleaned up. I do have this one here as well. And this goes on here like so. And I put all my rule books and this really cool art print, which you can see here. Cool art print. This is sticking up a little bit above the top of the box, which I don't love, but that's okay. And we'll grab this box and put that on top. Oh, shoot. back up. Any more questions before we kind of wrap up for the evening? I would love to answer them. If you've got questions, I've got answers maybe. If you've got questions, this is our completed thing that goes in there. This is the land tile we completed. I can go in there. In the Magic Sprites, it came with these tiles instead of the original, and you just need to match 2 symbols to get a bonus, which I thought was a little cheap. I like the 3 symbols. It makes it a little bit more rare. If it happened all the time and you progress too fast, you kind of lose some of the fun. But I played a long time. Like we're going into my 12th game, theoretically, because that was summer. That was fall year 3. So we're actually going into our 3rd game. So it hasn't been that fast. That's how many adventure cards we've gone through so far. This is how many event cards we've gone through. And there's a lot of event cards we've done. Like a lot. But those are all the event cards. We can actually see how many games we've done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we've done 11 games. Because those are the goal cards and you do 1 per game. So, yeah. There we go. Put that in there. That in there. We'll do this. Guys, you can join me tomorrow around... you can join me tomorrow around 1:30 p.m. We're going to be hopping into Minecraft to see what Kirie has been building. So please join me for that. As long as I can get everything set up in time for that. I might end up just setting up on the table here because I like having the mic. Like I'm just using the mic here on the table without the whole boom arm and everything. And I'm not hating it. And I think you guys can hear me all right without me like, you know, sitting in front of the mic like this. So I kind of like that where it's not right in my face. And I might just set up and play on the computer. I used to do that a long time ago, just played on the screen. I haven't done that in a long time, but I might do that tomorrow. Hopefully around 1:30 p.m., so join me for that. We are doing another board game, kind of, I call it crowdfunding, I suppose, for a game called Witchbound. And I'm going to drop the link here in the chat for all of you, so you can go check it out. Menin has already made a very generous donation to cover most of the base game, although unfortunately YouTube takes a little bit of that, but still we counted the full amount. I think just the base game for Witchbound is about $65, and Menin made a very generous donation of $45, so we're almost there. And if we raise enough, or I mean honestly I'll probably do it anyway, but we're going to try to get the expansion content for Witchbound. Witchbound is very different than Mythwind. Witchbound will have a book, and it's like a narrative adventure, kind of a text adventure where you'll have symbols in the book. Like it'll say page 1B or page 2C. And then you say, I'm going to go there, or I'm going to talk to that person. And then you have a separate book where it has all the interactions and stuff. Kind of like a little RPG. So we're going to do that as well. I think that's kind of the game plan. So if you want to support that, you can check out the link right there. I left it in the chat. There's a reprint for Mythwind coming up in March. So if you're interested in this game and you enjoyed the little bit we've played of it so far, you can check out that campaign. I think last I checked, let me check again, store.401.com. Is that what it is? No. Let me just check here before I say it, and then it's not true. I think 401 Games, which is a retailer in Canada, still has Mythwind in stock. Maybe not though. It is in stock. So you can buy the base game. It is in stock. There's 10 available for $105 Canadian. You can buy Mythwind, the base version. The 5th player expansion is also available, and the miniatures are also available. The mat that I play on is available. The art book, which I don't have, is available, and the journal, which I don't have, is available. The coins are gone, and the myth drop version, so you can see my characters are a little colored, and they have extra detail in them. Those versions are all sold out. But you can get like the base version of the game. It's still available, so if this is interesting, you can head on over to 401 Games and make a purchase there, or you can wait for the reprint campaign, which is coming in March. There'll be a link. There's not now, but I mean, if you just search Open Owl Studios Mythwind, you'll probably find it. I'll make sure the links are added. Oh, there is a Mythwind reprint link in the description box. So if you click that, it's going to bring you over to a launch page for the Kickstarter, which is not correct. Why does that not come up? It just sends me to Kickstarter. Even though it says something different in the link. Let me click this here. Let me copy this. I'm going to put this in the chat as well for all of you guys. There. That will bring you to the campaign. So if you click that link, you can go hit that. It'll bring you to the campaign page for Mythwind. And you can hit notify me, so it'll notify you when it launches. It's a reprint of this base version and the expansion, and then they're promising some all-new content. And I don't know what that all-new content's going to be, but you can, if you want, claim your expansion for $1. So what that means is you're actually going to give them $1, and you can't get that $1 back. But if you back the game, the expansion that will be $10 when the campaign starts is only going to cost you $1. So it'll be in your pledge already, but the only way you can get it is if you order something else. So you can't just get that for $1 and call it a day, I don't think, although we'll see when the campaign launches. But they will take your $1 and you can't get your $1 back, but it will lock you in for that expansion. So yeah, maybe check that out if that interests you. But I'm enjoying it. Rave review for me. And of course, if you have any other questions, please ask. Like, I'm happy to answer anything. I'm happy to talk about the different characters and how they play. If you guys want to see something, let me know too. Otherwise, if we're good, we'll call it an evening. Hit that like button, please, if you did like the video. And if you want to see more Mythwind, I think that's another good thing to let me know. Sorry, my wife just messaged me. I'm just seeing if she's not going to call me. She's not going to call me. She's not going to call me. So if you guys have questions, you want to see another character, I can unbox other characters if you guys want to see them right now and talk about them. More than happy to do that. Like, I'm here to answer your questions, especially if this is something you're like, hey, I kind of am interested. Like, I maybe want to back. I want to provide you with as much information as I can based on how much I've played so far. Like, that's really what I want to do. I'm a big supporter of this game. You know, I put my money where my mouth was, and some of your money too, and picked up quite a bit of content. It was quite a bit after all said and done, but like, I spent a lot on it. You guys helped out with a lot, and I still spent a lot on top of that, and it's been well worth it. I hope if you did support, you've been enjoying the content. You've been enjoying seeing some of those videos first before they went up on the channel. Yeah, it's great. I don't know what else to say. The mat here that I play on is completely unnecessary. This is a very unnecessary thing. I've got this issue with buying neoprene mats. I have lots of them now. I've got neoprene mats for so many different games. The reason why I bought a mat is because I wanted to stream, and I knew that if I streamed, if I could get the mat in view of the camera. So my goal was if I could get the mat so that it was perfectly in view of the camera, so that the camera was always showing the mat. That meant that anything I did on the mat, you guys would be able to see, if that makes sense. So I don't have to keep looking at my screen over here to make sure things are in shot. I knew that anything inside this mat would be something you guys could see. So that's the reason why I bought it, but it's completely unnecessary. It's got nice art on it. Actually, I'll flip this over. On the back side is a map of Mythwind, which is kind of cool. So that's the map of Mythwind. Here's the tower right down here. The village that you're building is over here. And I don't think we've explored some of these other places, but it looks like there's a cave here. Some kind of tower over here that will eventually, I think, we'll come to. I don't think we've talked about this bay, I think. Oh, no, right here we did, because it talked about a waterfall falling into a little bay. I think we talked about this during an events card. I don't know if it was live or there, but yeah, there you go. There's the map. But I play on this side because I feel like it's less distracting. But that's kind of the whole map, and I love it. I know it's in frames, so that's how I like to do it. Evil Xeon said, it seems interesting, but not quite my style. Yeah, this is not going to be for everyone. If you're not into playing games on your own, this might not be for you. Yeah, 100%. Evil said I have a few mats as well, mainly for Smash Up and one for the Resident Evil card game. Yeah, I have a lot of mats. In fact, as you guys know, I wanted to get really invested in Lorcana. And honestly, while I didn't get a ton of stuff, what I did get was, like right at the start when it came out, what I did get was mats. I didn't have any issue getting mats. Issues getting cards, yeah, but not mats. So I've a couple Lorcana mats. I've got mats for a game called Furnace. I've got mats for a game called Aethermon Collect. I've got mats for Expeditions, which is from Stonemaier Games. Very popular if you've heard of the game Scythe. It's kind of an expansion, but a standalone expansion to Scythe. I've got, oh, shoot. I've got mats for a lot of games. I do love a good mat, but they're incredibly unnecessary. They're incredibly unnecessary. Any more questions, gang? Anything else? And if you want to see something, I'm happy just to be a chat session, too. Golden Knight says, my kids have Smash Up 2 and one of the expansions, nabbed at Value Village for $5 or $6. Listen, if you can ever nab a, what I call modern board game, and that would be almost anything on the shelves in front of me, I suppose, over there. I mean, that's a good price. That's a good price. But I've got a lot of stuff on my shelves. Some stuff that still has to be opened and reviewed. But also, please, let me know, does board games... I know I'm asking you guys a ton of questions, and I'm trying to convince you guys to ask me questions, but you don't have to. But does board game streams interest you? Mythwind, I think, is different because it's, you know, it's a cozy game. Like, look at that. It's a cozy game. It's like a farming sim, so it kind of fits the channel a little bit. But what about other games? Like, would you like to see other games? My gaming group is mostly okay if I were to stream something. I mean, like, my father-in-law would come play. He would sit over here off camera this way, and he would play Mythwind with me. Like, he would, and I'd probably put the mic up here somewhere, and I don't know if you can even hear me anymore. I don't know how bad that audio is, but he would sit here off to the side and play the Crafter, because that's the character he's been playing. And I would continue just to play on camera. So you would see his interactions, but he would do that no problem because he also quite enjoys this game, and so we've been playing quite a bit. This is a great experience, and honestly, there is nothing like Mythwind in the board game space right now. Like, this game stands on its own. Yeah, there's nothing that quite compares, and I don't say that to be like, I know I'm gushing about the game. But there's not. There's like, this game is so unique and stands on its own so much that if you go watch other reviewers or other people that have talked about Mythwind, they will tell you, yeah, I mean, like, I haven't, yeah, they'll tell you there's nothing like it. I can't believe all the pieces were in it. Oh, when you bought the game. I thought you were talking about this. I couldn't imagine all the pieces that come with this game. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's a lot. If you're wondering, just in terms of dollar-wise, this is what you get, and this box was... How much was this? This box was $42.50. And you got one character and a bunch of cards. You got a bunch of events, and you got a bunch of event cards, and you got a bunch of adventure cards in this box. And that was $42.50. This one here was the Myth Drop, and I think this could be a bad idea to flip it over, but I'm going to do it anyway, and we'll clean up any mess I make after the fact. So this one here, and I'm just making sure that we're in the shot here. Sorry. This one here came with 4 characters. So it came with the Farmer, the Crafter, the Merchant, and the Ranger. It also comes with, like, obviously the base board that you need, which is 3 boards. Cardboard coins. So the metal coins I've been playing with are not in the base game. They're cardboard. Comes with a ton of events, kind of adventure cards. Comes with the weather deck. All the pieces you need for all the characters, the 2 bags for the farmer and the crafter, they get those draw bags. So it comes with all of that stuff, and it's a big box. Like, I think you can see, I'm going to flip it up. This is a bad idea. I know I'm going to have to do some cleanup. But there you go. That's my hand spread out. Now, I don't have the biggest hand in the world, but there we go. That is how big that box is. Here, next to my microphone. That's how tall it is next to my... Oh, that doesn't help you at all. I'll do this. There. That's how tall it is next to my microphone on a stand. That might be a better example right there. But this one here was $115. Now, again, these are the myth drop versions, and what that means is that the characters are washed, so the detail kind of pops a little bit more. So this one here was $115, but you can get this without the myth drop for $105, and you can get this without the myth drop for $100. The mat was $30. The Winds of Magic expansion, which I threw the box out, the cards are all mixed in, is $17.50. The promo pack, which that Love Story came out of, that promo pack, that was $5. And the metal coins were $30. And the metal coins, if you're going to buy one upgrade for this game, the metal coins is where it's at. Most games are around that nowadays. My boys have been playing Exploding Kittens and Here to Slay. It's nice to see them off a screen for the change. Yeah, that's where I'm at, actually. When it comes to board games right now and video games, I play video games. Honestly, this is the true story. I love video games. I play video games when I stream, and that is honestly about it. Like, that's about the only time I play video games anymore. And I'm just very passionate about board games. And if my board game channel was much more popular, you'd probably be seeing a lot more action on it. Because I'm loving board games so much. And I've got so many great games on the shelves in front of me here that I would love to show you guys. Like Dinosaur World is really interesting. The Witcher Old World, kind of video game vibes, but The Witcher Old World. I would love to stream that for you guys someday. It's a game called Tapestry, which is like a huge city builder. Brilliant, like just beautiful. And you're building this civilization, and you've got this little town board where you're placing buildings. Very long, but so much fun. Flamecraft. Just a lot of you remember me talking about Flamecraft on the Discord channel a couple years ago. And I think some of you, picked up Flamecraft. But once again, just a brilliantly easy to understand, gorgeous production game. And it's crazy now to think that you can buy yourself a code for a game on your Xbox. And you'll play it a lot more than a board game, I guarantee it. But a code for a game on Xbox in Canada is like $10 cheaper, $15 cheaper than buying this now. Like, that's what's kind of crazy. It's $15 cheaper to buy a box or a code online to play a video game on launch day. For $15 more, you could get this whole box and everything that comes in it. And that's kind of where I'm at now. I'm thinking about how much I spend on games. And of course, I buy games for the channel. And we'll be buying more games for the channel because there's some coming out. And I'm excited to play them. But yeah, even if you go over to gamesreviews.com, the work I'm doing now there is mostly board games, almost exclusively board games. Although I'm working on Nintendo stuff right now, as you guys saw. Maybe I'm playing right now. I am playing Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Very cool. Once I'm allowed to stream that, you'll definitely see that. But yeah, I'm very, very passionate about board games. I wish I had better equipment for board game streams, but it'll be quite expensive and it'll take a while to get there. All right, I think I've rambled long enough. I mean, we've held steady at the view, so I'm pretty impressed with that. So thank you so much. Do you guys have any other questions about games? I could talk about games for a long time. If you want suggestions, if you want to talk about this, if you want to talk about Witchbound, if you're confused by Witchbound, happy to talk about that. I'll just give anyone a second. You're not holding me back. I got nothing to do and nowhere to be, so I'm happy just to chat. But this is fun. And do let me know in the chat if you want to see more of Mythwind. Because I can do a full season of Mythwind. If I have it pre-set up, I can do a full season of Mythwind on my lunch break. Like, I could set this all up. My computer's just behind me where I work. I could literally spin around in my chair, refill my coffee, sit at the table, and on my lunch break, I could finish a whole season of Mythwind. which is kind of crazy, but it's true. I have Exploding Kittens and Here to Slay. Yeah. Here to Slay is pretty good. I got the Christmas expansion for it. I've never played that, though. I've never played the Christmas expansion. Yeah. Well, gang, I appreciate you guys coming out. We'll be back tomorrow, as I said. I would like more Mythwinds as Menin. You're going to get more Mythwind Menin because I still have to do the Innkeeper. So the Innkeeper is in this box here. And we haven't even touched the Innkeeper yet. I still have to play and record a Let's Play of the Innkeeper, which I'm probably going to do this week, I think. Probably on one of my lunch breaks, I'll record that video for the Innkeeper. But you'll see that first Menin as a supporter before it goes public. But more Mythwind for Menin. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm excited about it. It's been fun. It's a change of pace from a video game. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I mean, enough of you guys came out to watch, and I appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you. I mean, of course, the people who helped support this, but honestly, guys, if I can say for like 2 seconds here, you guys have been amazing. Like my channel, my video game channel, my board game channel. It's absolutely nothing without all of you guys. Like, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Like, I'm so blessed. And yeah, I get 10 on a good day, maybe 15 people that watch. But like, you guys are passionate, supportive. That's 15 passionate and supportive people. And that's better than 50 people any day. People that just love you and love the content you make. And like, I'm just some kid. I'm not a kid anymore. I'm old. But when I started this, I was kind of a kid with a young family who has just seen more love on YouTube than I could have ever imagined. And there are crappy days and disappointing days. And I do get people that leave comments that are very hurtful for whatever reason, because people like to do that. But like, it doesn't matter to me. You guys make it so worth it. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you, thank you, thank you. Join me tomorrow. If all goes well and we don't have any hiccups like we've had in the past, Kirie and I are going to be hopping into Minecraft, and we'll be happy to have you along and see what Kirie has been building. So hopefully that's going to go off without a hitch. But until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll chat again real soon. Goodbye.